guys, BloodZelos, and welcome back to another building tutorial. Today's video is a doozy, and by that I mean this house is good. This is probably the best house I've ever built. In my opinion, definitely the best modern house. It's great, it's beautiful. If you enjoyed today's video, if you like the house, if you learn anything, please do leave a like. Show me that I did something right, because I really am proud of this building. So without further ado then, I guess we'll go ahead and start building it. It's kind of complex. It's actually very complex. We're gonna start with one of the side walls just because it looks easier, and I'm gonna start with something easy. What we're gonna do here is take our cyan stained clay, and we're gonna space it out so we have 4 blocks in between, and we're gonna build these up to about 9. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We'll go ahead and do that on the other side here too. When I first built this house, I didn't use cyan stained clay. I actually used cobblestone because I was using a texture pack, and in my texture pack it looked really good, but it didn't look so good in real life. So we're gonna go up to the 4th block there on the cyan clay. We're gonna bring this up about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm doing my old trick of looking at my screenshots here as I build. So we're gonna go across, because I don't know what I'm doing. So we're gonna go across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're gonna bring that back down. Now this house follows a very distinct pattern. You're gonna see this come up a lot. We're basically gonna have cyan stained clay in the middle. There's gonna be some highlights done with our quartz on the outside, and on the very inside we're gonna have dark wood. And it's gonna follow that pattern most of the way through the build, so you can anticipate that. What we're gonna do here is bring up, oopsies. See, I almost broke the rule right there. We're gonna bring up our dark wood all the way around here. It's gonna come around like that. We'll even bring it back down the other side, all but these last 2 blocks here. We can go ahead and break these out here. This is actually gonna be a window, and this will come across like that. For windows in this house, we're gonna be using our black stained glass panes. Those will be basically every window in the house. I'm gonna do as much as I can here before I completely forget what I'm trying to do, and then I will cut, and that's how it's gonna go. Over here, we're gonna bring up another cyan clay pillar. This would be a kind of difficult house to build in survival. I will definitely give you that. Just so you're not confused as to what's going on over here. That's gonna be a corner window actually. But right now we have this going on over here. I really like this modern house because it is completely different than anything I've ever done before in terms of modern houses. It's just very different and unique, and I love it for that. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and bring that up. This here is gonna be a window that is too tall. So we're gonna have this from the front. Now obviously that's a little bit of a problem. Here's where we're actually going to break our rule. We're going to bring wood in right across the top, like this. And we're gonna bring it up the sides, like so, until we have something going on like that, okay? So what we should have on this side now is wood, 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 yes, okay. This is one of the few places in the entire build where we're going to break that rule. This again is going to be a 3-high window, and on this side over here, we're going to throw in our trap doors, just to give us a little bit of a, kind of a shutter look. So we have that going on. You can see this is one of the sides, this is one of the short sides of the house, coming together here a little bit. Now what we're gonna do is we're going to take our friend over here, and we're gonna bring him over too, and then all the way down. Of course, if you get lost in this build, because I am going kind of quickly right now because I know what I'm doing, you can always pause the video. Excuse that. You can always pause the video and we'll figure it out. By the way, the back is gonna be a mess. That's something we'll have to clean up at the end of the build, because it's probably gonna be different every time I do this. We're gonna bring up another wooden pillar here. That's just gonna come across. To keep your back nice and flat, you can probably bring this all the way out as well. So we'll have something like that going on. Bring that across the back. Now when we look from the front, we should have something that looks a little bit like this. Okay, moving on to the last part of this wall, we're gonna bring along our base, and it's gonna go 1, 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 it looks like. So 1, 2, ooh, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that last one there is the 6th, and that's gonna come all the way back up and come all the way around. We'll have something going on like that. Now what we can do over here is we're just going to have ourselves a nice window. It's gonna go like this. So we're gonna bring this up, and we'll have 3 windows basically in the middle. 2 windows, sorry, 2 windows. It's so hard to build tutorials, by the way, build tutorials. Like, I don't even know how to explain how challenging these things can be, because you have to do so much thinking and like looking at your build while you're also still trying to teach people what you're doing. And counting and all that. It's just really, really hard, and maybe I'm just really bad at multitasking, but it is kind of challenging. There you go. That is one side of your house basically done. If you want, you can go ahead and throw in these windows here. I'm pretty sure you'll need those. Of course, when we get to the front of the house, which is the most complex, that's why I'm probably gonna save it until last. When we get to the front of the house, that'll make more sense. But this is what you're gonna have there is one wall done. Alrighty, we are on to our back wall. Just like last time, I'm gonna try and do as much of it here as I can before I get absolutely lost. So on this back wall, we're gonna bring up a pillar here, right in the corner of that first piece of wood we put down. That pillar is gonna come across 1, 2, and the third block is gonna come right back down. So we're gonna have made ourselves this nice little shape here. This is going to be a window, and it's not going to be one back. It's not gonna be in the wood layer. This is gonna be in the clay layer. So we have something going on like that. There is our nice little window. Now what we're gonna do here is we're gonna bring up some wood, and this is gonna go 3 across, 1, 2, 3, and that's gonna come all the way up to the top. I hope I'm not lagging. I feel like I'm getting weird frame rate lag, but also Fraps says I'm at 30 FPS, so I don't really know. Anyways, that's gonna come up like so. What we're gonna do now is take ourselves some of this lovely quartz again. We're gonna bring that down to right about here. This is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You guessed it, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, that's gonna come across. Here's the tough one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So in total, this should be 9 across. It's gonna come all the way down, and here's where it's gonna differ. I tried to make each side a little bit different to keep that unique shape. That's gonna come all the way down to the ground. Over here, this is gonna come across and meet right there. All right, awesome. Our next step, it would appear, is to take some of our clay. We're gonna put it right here at the corner of that quartz pillar where it comes down. I'm gonna bring the clay up. The clay pillars will always be 10 high, as far as I know. There should be no differentiation there. That clay pillar is gonna come all the way across here and connect like this. Okay, so we have that going for us. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna have, here's where I have to figure out what I'm gonna do. Okay, so we have a clay pillar that's gonna come up right here too. This is at the other edge of that group of wood that we made. Clay pillar is gonna come up right there. Then we're gonna have one gap for a window, and we're gonna have one more clay pillar right here. Oopsies. Wow, good job, dude. Good job. You're so bad at this. You'd think I would be better at this. I've been doing it for such a long time. Okay. That's gonna come across like that. Looking at my screenshots here, let's figure out what I exactly need to do with all of that. This is going to be wood coming up to about here, and I believe that can just connect like that. We can bring it across there too. This though is going to be a window actually. And that's gonna come up to there. And I don't even know what I don't know what I've been doing with that space. We'll just fill it in like that for now. So we should have that going on. We have our nice window, okay? And then, yeah, that looks right, Looking at my screenshot at least. And then what we're gonna do is fill in this last group here of 3. This is all gonna be wood. Now, like I said again, the inside is gonna be kind of a mess, and I may try and I'll give a few tips at least on filling that in here when we're done. But for the most part, I'll leave that up to you. We're making a nice outside. The inside again, like look at that. You're gonna have to make all this look nice from the inside. I'm gonna show screenshots at the end of the video of exactly what I did. I'm gonna show you some screenshots of exactly how I did the house the first time I built it around, which will include some extra decoration, just so you can get a better idea of how I went about trying to make it look nice. Okay, our next step here is gonna be to have a pillar that comes up here, and it's gonna come across like that. And now we have to figure out how far we want that pillar to go. And that is, of course, going to be a little bit tricky. We're going to have another pillar right here, though. That's going to come up, too. Right about here, there's actually going to be a door. That's going to be our back door. So we can go ahead and just, well, what we're going to do here is we're going to build this pillar up. That's going to give us room for the door. We're going to build this pillar up until right about there for now. That may change. I'm looking at my screenshot and I see something that I don't recognize, so that may change the height on that, but that's what it's gonna look like. Over here we're going to, guess what, we're gonna make one of these things again. This one's gonna come up here, and this one's only gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it's gonna come back down, and then the 4th layer here, it's gonna come across. So we'll have that looking something like that. Now if we bring a pillar up right here, we should have a space of 2 for the window. And if you haven't figured it out yet, what I tried to do was make all of these things kind of like little shutters, you know? Okay, so now we'll have a space for our window. What we can do is bring up some wood, and the wood is gonna come up, Here's where I'm not entirely sure how we're gonna do this. This is where I am a little bit confuzzled as to what this is going to look like. What I do know we can do, let's do this part first. I know this part, bring it across too, and then, oh my gosh. I'm trying to go too fast here. Gotta go fast, but apparently not this fast because I don't know what I'm gonna do. Gonna bring that across too. like that. This one's really easy. I know how to do this. We're gonna fill this one in with wood all the way. Okay, so up to there. Now this here is going to be a window. I just have to figure out how where the window actually goes. The window could either go on these blocks or it could come up to here, and I believe in this case it actually is gonna come up and be between these two pillars, like this. So we're gonna have something going on like that. We can fill that in with wood like we did on the other one and bring that across there. And then just to keep it all nice and clean, we'll bring some wood across here as well, like that. We don't need that. I'm gonna just chop that down now. And what will happen is we'll actually have a floor right here, so it won't look as bad because it'll be divided between two floors. So you can expect that. From the outside though, it looks a little bit something like this. And we can probably connect that across too. So we'll go ahead and do that like that. And then lastly, we're gonna have one more space here, like this. Bring that up to your beautiful height of 9. And bring this up right here. And then connect it at the top just to keep everything clean. And well, there you go. There you go, guys. That is your back wall. Only only 2 more walls to go. Okay, a couple things here. I just went over into my other building world to look at the original build, just to kind of make sure I knew what we were doing. What we're gonna do here really quickly is bring that up, and we're actually gonna go over to one of these pillars of 2 that was back here, and I'm not sure which one that was, but we'll go ahead and say it was this one. We're gonna bring these up like that, and we're gonna bring this around like that. Now this will come in, it'll be a little more obvious what this is gonna be when we start with the roof, but for now that's just kind of a marker, just to give us an idea of what we're doing over there. So I think that looks about right to me. Those may actually be half slabs. We'll get back to that. But let's go on to the third side, and this is a kind of complex side. It's a little bit harder. We're gonna bring up, of course, a pillar right here. I'm gonna bring that across 1, and then another pillar right here. That's wrong. Just kidding. Just kidding. I got you there. You guys were like, what? Okay, we're gonna connect that like that. Now here we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're gonna throw down a pillar right here. This pillar's gonna come up, of course, to 9. It's a very square house. Usually I try not to make them as square because I used to make really square houses and I was like, well, this is not very cool. Not very original at all. But this is a very square house because it focuses on shapes. So we have a little bit of a framework going on like that. First we're gonna go ahead here. We're gonna fill this in. Well, no, it'd probably be easier to start with the marble. Now this is complicated because we're putting a balcony here. And so that means we have to kind of figure out how to do the balcony. So we're gonna go up to the 4th layer, like we've been doing. We're gonna bring that across. We're gonna bring it out 2. And then we're gonna go 1, 2, and this is all actually on this level. Again, so we want it to be right on the corner there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, like always. This is gonna come across. And it's gonna come across for a ways. So we're just gonna kind of throw it out there, and we'll do something with that in a minute. And then it's gonna come out here. And we're gonna go about 1-ish at least. And we'll have to figure out what's gonna happen there in a second. Then we're gonna come out 1, 2 from here. And we're gonna bring this up, and then these are gonna come across and connect. And that's gonna be a balcony. We're actually gonna break some of those out and turn it into wood here in a minute. But that's gonna be kind of a balcony shape. What we can do right now is take this glass, bring it across, and it's gonna come down here. It's actually going to connect with some wood that is going to be right here, because you guessed it, we're gonna put a wooden pillar right there. Right there. Perfect. I hope you're starting to kind of feel the shapes now. Kind of how it's going on. So then what we're going to do here is we're going to have a nice backing. This is going to be just a solid wall because I wanted to not have as many windows as I sometimes do in these houses. So here we're just going to build a solid wall. So we got something going on like that. Then over here we're going up to about there. We can go ahead and fill that in, going up to here. And then we'll have a doorway, and our doorway is going to be 2 across, so we can fill that in. And then we'll fill these 2 in here. Go ahead and let's just grab ourselves a door. We'll do a nice generic Minecraft door just because. And our doorways, it's going to look something like that. So now from the outside, we have a balcony. Perfect. What we can do here now is let's go ahead and find ourselves some dark oak half slabs. Just because we want to decorate this. Every block that is not currently touching, we can break out like so, and we'll use half slabs just because it adds a slight bit of just a little bit more detail when we look from the underside here. And actually this then can be quartz, so we got a little bit of that going on right there. Well, that's an awkward one. It's kind of like, do you want that to be quartz or wood? It's kind of up to you because it's not going to look quite as right from the bottom, but that is your call. We're going to leave it like that. Okay, now we're on to the last little chunk here. We have that pillar right there. We're going to count 1, 2, and we're going to bring up a pillar right here. And this pillar is going to go like that. Up to our top limit, it's going to come out 3, or come out 3 total, which means a space of 1 in between. That's going to come across like that. This white thing here is going to come through, and it's actually going to become a part of the front wall here when we get to that point. But right now, it's just going to kind of hang there until we do something about that. Here we're going to have a pillar come all the way up to the top out of dark wood. So we'll have something going on like that. We're going to have another pillar right here, and here's where we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to kind of break the theme. We are going to throw in a window right here, and it's going to go up until about there, and then it's going to get cut off just like that. When we look from the front, we have something kind of going on right there. Now that window is weird because it's off center, but I wanted it like that just because it's a little bit different, you know? Throws in another dimension for us and makes it all nice. So that is actually the end of this wall. So that is your side wall, and here's your back wall, and here is your other side wall right there. Now we get onto the front. The front is the hardest part, but it's also the part that absolutely makes this house. Alrighty guys, we're actually gonna stop the video right there, and we're gonna go ahead and take a 1-day break, and I'm gonna come back tomorrow and upload the second half. I asked on Twitter when I realized this video was getting really long if you would prefer one 30-minute house tutorial or two 15-minute parts to a house tutorial, and the one response I got was 15-minute parts. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So we're gonna stop right here. I promise to you part 2 will be up tomorrow, so you will not have to wait that long to finish your house. But you can go ahead and try and make sense of everything I just told you right now. And we will go ahead and finish the house tomorrow. I really do hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like and stay tuned. Make sure to support the video when it does come out tomorrow, which I've said a few times now. But other than that, I do hope you are enjoying it so far. It is going to be a great house. Tomorrow we're going to finish the front side. We're going to go through all of the detailing. I'm going to do a little on the inside, and then I'm going to show you a walk around of the original house and show you everything I did to it, and you're going to be like, whoa, that is cool. So that's what's in store for tomorrow. So yes, please leave a like. Please show your support, and I'll see you then. I hope you are enjoying. Good. Whoa.